Dwayne is going to be first player, and they're going to go start setting down those rocks.
So we have had a couple questions in chat as we get started. Like, what is going on with this particular round? Because the second day is supposed to be cut to top 16, but we have 18 players. So what's happening here?
So because we don't have a clean division that can break down into a final winner, which end up doing is we have 4 players playing right now. Okay, so those bottom 4 players end up doing a play-in match to get into the top 16 so that it breaks down finally into a bracket of top 16. So this is, we're labeling it as top 32, but it's actually not 32 players playing right now. There are 4 players trying to vie for that top 16 spot. But
and these 4 players are also still 5-1, right?
Yes, all 5-1. They all technically made the cut. They all made the cut. It's just we need to get into that standard bracket, and this is how we're going to make that happen. So
you can go down to single elimination. So this is the cut to the cut match here. On your left, we have Isaac Martin flying double Falcons there, Han and Lando, and then the winner of last night's final match, Dwayne Lehman, on your right there with his impeccable scum list that we saw perform extraordinarily well.
Yeah, I mean, he played really, really well. One thing we saw is the use of the bullseye.
Yeah.
Man, he had that on point yesterday.
Absolutely, we did. And we've got 2 large base ships on Isaac's side. So depending on how he flies those, we might see a lot of bullseye on Tirani Kolda happening again. With that said, though, Isaac could know that gun for Tirani early and really kite him, seeing that he has 2 ships at higher initiative than Tirani. So he will be able to avoid that bullseye with those large base boosts.
Now, those boosts are going to be red. There's no engine upgrade on this board on this board, but with Kane and Jarrus, he's able to do a little bit of shenanigans there as needed to relieve the stress on white maneuvers. Now, I just want to do a double check here, Asa. Is Kanan like just the ship it's on, or is there a range to that?
I believe that there is a range to that. I could be incorrect.
Let's go ahead and just double check real quick.
Yep, 0 to 2.
0 to 2, yeah. So he could even do it for Lando. If needed, if he has that force up. Now, this does have the what people are calling the handbrake Han, where you have choices basically every maneuver, assuming that you're not stressed, where you can either stop and then you clear your stress, you have the ability to boost after that, or you can go ahead and execute your maneuver and then boost after that. You have a lot of different places you can be, and really what it comes down to is the execution and putting yourself in good spots for that to matter for Isaac. A lot of people, yes, the squad is very good. And if you put it in the hands of someone who is well-trained and understands board positioning, it can be very, very good. But the player still has to put Han in spots where he has the ability to do that, which I've seen a few games where people say, oh, this is the easy list, I'm going to go ahead and fly it, and get absolutely trashed because they didn't have Han in good spots.
Right.
So we'll see how Isaac does. He obviously won enough. He got 5 games under his belt, but he did get a loss. We'll see what he has learned from that. Same thing with Dwayne. Both players. I'm super excited for this. We're going to go ahead and get the poll up here.
Indeed.
Isaac.
Thank you to everybody who's joining us once again. This is day 2 of the Denver System Open. We're ready to see some really fantastic X-Wing. Did we introduce ourselves?
My name's Dio Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from the top 32 of the Denver System Open, and today I'm joined by
Asa Graff with the Back to Dials podcast. Hello, everybody, officially now that we're apparently done with sound check, let's get into this game. The players are set up and ready to go. I don't think time has started just yet.
All right, we're about to get the...
Hey! They just announced that everybody gets templates regardless of the outcome of today's match. We got a couple extra sets. That is fantastic. And time starts now.
All right.
How come there aren't any extra templates at events that I go to?
You know what? That's because you're there, Asa.
Yeah.
You're playing. Oh, he's registered? No.
No,
Take
no
those extras
templates.
back.
Yeah, no extras for me.
Yep. So you can, if you want extra templates, you can send your request to Feedback at backtodials.com.
I don't have any extra templates for you, but I will entertain your requests as best I can. So let's take a look at some of the positioning here on the open. Isaac is positioned in pretty classic double large ship opening position there. He's facing down towards one end of the board, away from Dwayne's forces there, so that he has the opportunity to streak down towards the bottom and run away if he needs to, or he can always turn in, split his forces if he needs to. It's a very, very well thought out positioning there. Dwayne is a little bit more scattered, but it's still no worse than Isaac's. He's got Tirani there facing in towards the center, Nim facing towards the bottom, and the gunboat and Y-Wing facing in towards the center, poised to control that center of the board. And I think that's a really good positioning on the Y-Wing's part. With that seismic charge, he can toss those out and pop off some of the rocks that Han really likes to hang out by.
If you can get those rocks out early and try to play in that area,
especially rocks like this one and that one. Those center rocks are really, really important for Han and Trickshot especially.
Right.
Nim can go ahead and hold that second bomb too. He can toss one out early and leave it until it needs to be set off.
So one thing I'd like to see Dwayne do is force Isaac to play in a certain part of the board. So yeah, while exploding the middle ones might seem good, the thing is that range 1 bubble on a large base is pretty big. So even somewhere here in the center, you could still end up being pretty close to range 1. I think going for some of the edge ones might be the way to go. And you go ahead, you get rid of that, and you try to play in that area on the board, either that edge or over here. Though the Y-Wing,
that's a very good point.
Does the Y-Wing have reload?
The Y-Wing does have reload.
Okay, so what I want to see Dwayne do is trying to get multiple rocks off. You know what? If
he just goes up towards this area, nixes that rock, and then as those large base ships are circling, just sort of like maybe pops down this way and then circles, just tossing rocks out as much as he possibly can, just to prep himself for a mid to late game.
You know what? He has R4 Astromech. You know what he can do, Asa? He can K-turn the first turn. You drop that one. You do it hard 2 the next turn. You're blue here, and you got this
toss
one.
That
you just start ripping through the end of the board.
That's actually a really good idea. I like that a lot. We'll see if Dwayne has a similar idea.
Yep.
Well, because even without those rocks, Han and Lando are still two very, very efficient ships.
Yep.
We have R2-D2 there on Han, keeping him very defensive, keeping him hard to take down. And then Lando with Nien Nunb is just one of the most efficient single ships in the game, getting double actions off of any blue maneuver, which is now all of his banks, with no stress. So he can be target locked and focused. He can be giving that extra action to Han, so Han can be target locked, focused, and boosting whatever he needs to do. He can get that pre-boost if he wants to. So it's an exceptional build.
It's also important to know that yes, Captain Nim doesn't have any bombs, but he can do any friendly bombs, and that includes the Y-wings. Ooh, it got really quiet in here.
It did.
All of a sudden. So, I would love some water. Yeah, thank you so much. Players are aware that time has started. They're just double checking their opening moves. I think we'll just. All right, here we go.
Here we go. Jakku Gunrunner will kick things off. We're going to go ahead and do a 1 straight. There we go. We're going to go ahead and do that 1 straight. There we go.
Sorry about that. We had the camera froze there for a minute. So I wonder why aren't they moving?
Why are they?
All right, Y-Wing going.
There we go.
1 forward
So
this
the
turn.
Y-Wing did not take that K turn as we expected.
But he's in a spot to drop it for the
Exactly.
next turn, so it's not really a big deal. And another thing that is important to note here is that if it comes down to it, final salvo, right?
Right.
Dwayne doesn't actually have to engage. Right, so he's got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dice versus Isaac's 6. That gives him a pretty significant advantage.
Right.
If that's part of the win condition he's going to try to get. And here's the thing. In these cuts, you got to take every win condition you can to make sure that you can come away with the game.
All that matters is that you win. There's no MOV, MOV.
He's going to go ahead and focus there on Captain Nim. Let's see what these Falcons do.
And we see these Falcons doing pretty much exactly what we expected them to do. Their arcs are facing side to side, both of them, so they are pointing into the center of the board as they both circle the bottom there. Do you think that we'll see them split apart?
Honestly, probably not until in the mid game. You want to keep both of those arcs relevant. Stay close enough where they have enough space to move and boost if needed. But at the same time, you want to keep those arcs pointed in that same direction. Just kind of have a cone of death kind of going right here.
Right.
And try to eliminate something there.
So that was a little bit of an interesting interaction right there. What we had was Lando doing a 3 bank. That's blue with 9 num. He then gets his ability going off, which allowed him to essentially coordinate and action Han Solo, who then boosted. And since that happens before Lando's own action, Lando was then able to boost as well. Now Han's going to go ahead and take that blue maneuver, clear his own stress.
And end unstressed, which is what he wants. So he can move around the board really fast.
Absolutely. This
essentially
is
what it comes down to.
Exceptionally flexible list. And this is something it's good to point out right now because this is something that we're going to have to keep in mind as commentators going forward. All the exceptional flexibility that those large base ships have.
Yeah, I mean, it's with all the options that Han has and Lando has, it's really hard to. There's gonna be very few like this is what we think he should do because hey, he can do a lot of different things.
So Isaac, I think here is poised to take control of this initial engagement. Captain Nim here is a little bit offset from the rest of the formation.
I just realized.
He is.
I forgot to click the button here.
There we go. Captain Nim there is a little bit offset from the rest of the formation. He is. With an aggressive maneuver from Lando here going straight across the bottom of the board. Han coming down to chase him. Captain Nim could be in danger of being attacked round 1 of combat without any other ships to back him up.
Yeah, and that's usually something you don't want to see early in a game, one of your ships versus an entire squad. There's a poll up right there, Isaac or Dwayne. Isaac is 1, Dwayne is 2. Participate in the poll just by typing 1 or 2.
But that is exactly what Isaac wants to see.
Oh yeah,
with these beefy lists, as we were talking a little bit yesterday, he really wants to see all of these. He really just wants to engage one at a time. Now, something that I could see if Dwayne sees this coming, he could potentially reverse with this quad jumper and then start a line down this way to head these Falcons off as they look to round this obstacle in a couple of turns. That way give him a little bit of time to bring Tirani and the Y-Wing back into the game with those really powerful primary and turret weapons.
Yeah. Another thing here, when you're facing these type of turreted arcs, you want to try to, because of the boosting, you don't want to be chasing these, right? So if Isaac gets around fast enough where Dwayne is starting to have to hard turn behind them, Dwayne's in a bit of a bad spot if that ends up happening. So you want to try to. I want to see Tirani come in here as fast as possible. Maybe even say, you know what, I don't care about this rock. You just you come in here. I know it's a little bit aggressive, but if Isaac ends up coming back this way, you still have the option to turn back. So you open yourself up a little bit. Y-Wing's probably going to come forward.
He's got to do exactly what you said. He's got to force them into a certain area of the board. He has to eliminate the options for these Falcons because we saw that they have so many. However, Lando doesn't get anything if he is blocked. So he's got a couple, or at least one ship right there that is perfect for a blocker moving at initiative 1. In fact, all of his ships are moving first before Lando there. So he's got a lot of options to negate some of that efficiency that those two Falcons have.
And it's also important to note that the quad jumper does have that tractor ability, and Han can't reroll defense dice if you don't have defense dice.
No, he cannot.
So that's important to know. We'll see if Dwayne's able to get that off. But yeah, as of right now, this rock is giving Dwayne a little bit of an issue, probably choosing what to do here.
I would definitely like to see him pop this one. Next round or this upcoming.
Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it now while you can, while you're thinking about it.
Y-Wing's not going to have a shot next round. He can just reload.
So we have 332 people watching this early in the morning. Welcome. I guess if you're across the world, it's late. Is anybody into tomorrow yet on the Earth? Is anybody on the 29th
We
yet?
do have somebody from Brazil. Sound off where you're from. We'd like to hear where everybody's coming from day 2.
So getting things set here. All right, here we go. Quad jumper.
2 bank coming around that center rock over the top.
Should be clear. Let's get in that position to jump.
Indeed.
I want to bite me some falcons.
No bomb this round.
Yep. Yeah, note the system phase has to happen first.
And a 3 bank from the Y wing.
So it might be one of those things where a lot of times you think of seismic charges as a weapon, not so much a terraforming
tool.
terraforming tool.
Yeah.
So Dwayne might just not have even thought to start cracking those rocks early. But maybe he wants to get in there a little bit more aggressive and make sure that the Y wing has those available later.
Sure.
It's absolutely fine. There's definitely ways to go. Albany, Western Australia will be into tomorrow in about an hour. All right, here we go. Tarani is doing exactly what we're talking about.
2 bank, yes.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Starting to cover those options. Now, Lando, you don't want to be blocked, man.
No, he does not. I think he's pretty safe at this point.
He is, unless Isaac gets aggressive, right? And this is one of the, when you're in the cut, sometimes your mentality changes. We don't know either of these players. I'm really curious to see how aggressive Isaac's going to be. I think this move that we see right here on the dial is really going to give us probably a better understanding of how Isaac likes to play this. We'll find out.
Right. And it's the 2 bank out. I think he's doing the smart thing with those Falcons. He is being cagey because he knows that these beefy lists, especially with veteran turret gunners, things like that, if he does get trapped, if he does get plinked by a bunch of arcs, then he is going to be in a world of trouble. Now, here is the this is sort of a perfect position for him to start splitting those Falcons and start running Han in a different direction. We can start to see...
Looks like that is in range to the quad jumper.
Looking for that target lock. We can start to see different lines emerging for these Falcons as Lando looks to curve up around these asteroids. Han either turning fairly hard up this way if he can make that, or sort of around through the middle of the board and start to and make Dwayne choose which Falcon he goes for, because Dwayne has the arcs on the board to trap one Falcon.
Right, target lock there on the quad jumper. Here is Han's dial. 2 forward. And he looks like he's probably going to have trick shot available to him if he has range, which it looks like he's probably going to have range to the quad jumper as well. And there's a focus. All right, time to go pew pew.
No start of engagement phase ability, so Han
is actually out.
Just out of
quad
range.
Jumper likes to see that.
Yes.
Now, it is important to note, it is early, so I'm not going to fault the players, but when you're attacking, you're supposed to measure from your ship to your targets, not from your targets to your ship. It gives you extra information, just important to note. Learning opportunity there.
Hit focus blank, exactly average. He'll just go ahead and spend Lando's focus for 2 hits.
All right, that's going to be 2 shields right away there off of Lando.
Hitting a crit coming in.
He's got the lock.
Spending that lock.
And that's going to be hit crit going into that quad jumper. We'll see what
target lock and the focus.
And
he has a focus. He did not spend it.
I guess he wants a shot into Lando.
It's a direct hit into the gun runner. I mean, that's something where he knows that these Falcons will play the long game. That's
he
not
did exactly what we told him not to.
He asked him not to.
we got it. We got it.
I mean, I think he has to realize that they're
I think he
play
probably
the long game.
Yeah,
and he wants to just get as much damage in as possible right away. Chat is correct. Nim did spend his focus.
Yeah.
And there's 1 hit.
Yep.
I hope that's worth it.
Yep.
There it is. One damage is one damage.
That's right. I mean, you want to start plinking away at these Falcons. They got a lot of health there. He's got a lot of ships. Once he can get Tirani to bear, it's going to be big.
Absolutely. One thing to note, I'm not sure if this is a display bug or not. Lando does not have inertial dampeners.
Okay, looks like that's...
So I'm not sure that we put that in, but...
when I click copy, that's what it is.
I see.
Okay, let's go ahead and fix that. So we got to remember down a few shields. You're going to see the health change there on Lando.
He's down 3 shields.
Yep, down to 2. There you go. Should be fixed now.
Perfect.
Accidents happen. All right,
so this is, to me, this is sort of the critical turn of this match, because Dwayne now has to make a choice if he's going to try to trap Han or if he's going to try to trap Lando. We have the Kimogila poised down here to cut off Lando's escape route. Of course, all of these ships can curve in this way and put a lot of heat on Lando, and that's where he's been putting most of his damage so far. But Han also doesn't really have a great out through the bottom of this board right here. Even with the boost, Dwayne's arcs are spread wide enough that this could be his chance to trap Han and let Lando get far enough away that his ability doesn't bring much to bear on Han.
Now, yes, but let's talk about the but.
Yes.
So he does have the inertial dampeners. And that
is very true.
If Dwayne comes in here too aggressively, where he's banking in, and you're assuming that Han's going to be in this area, you could end up basically having Lando over here, having arc on all your ships, Han staying in the spot with possibly not having any back at the Falcons. So I mean,
that's a very good point.
This is the conundrum that inertial dampeners with Kanan causes when you don't know, like, is he going to move or not? And the thing is that he could be really far away from where he is, so it's really hard to split the difference. I almost think that it's probably easier to try to just focus down Lando first, get the points while you can, and using the possibility of Isaac maybe getting a point of desperation, like, I have to get aggressive with Han, got to get him in there, and now you put Han in danger with those 4 ships that Dwayne's got.
Right. That is definitely the tough thing about flying a 2-ship list, even 2 ships as effective as these Falcons, is that you don't actually have that much firepower on the board. And so against a beefy list like this, you really do have to choose your targets very carefully. Here comes the quad jumper with a 3 bank. I think he's going to try.
He's looking for that. Nah, that's out of range 1. Pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, that is just out of range 1.
He's thinking about that the tractor array. Dwayne's he's looking at it hard.
Yep.
He's going to focus. I think that's the right choice. Yep. It's too close to call. You don't want to waste an action. And with the action efficiency that Isaac has, every one counts.
Too hard turn from that Y-wing right there.
Set up to drop a seismic for next turn.
And that's definitely one that I would like to see him drop and hold. If I were him, I might put a target lock in from that Y-wing this round if he's got it, because Lando could scoot out of range down to this area.
Yeah, he's got the boost available.
Exactly, so he doesn't really need to. You can sort of assume that Y-wing might not get a great shot this round, so put in some mods.
Agreed.
And there is, in fact, the target lock going down.
Looks like locked. So when you lock, you can check to any ship. And he's going to go ahead and take it on
Han.
On Han. Okay.
On Han. He's making the play for Han.
That inertial dampeners for Isaac is looking really good.
It's looking really juicy right now, especially with that bump from Tirani Kulda.
I think that is just trying to get up there as aggressive as possible. Get up there fast. Or did he make that? Did we see that?
I'm pretty sure that bumped. Yeah, he's touching right there. Did he just bumped, right? Unless we missed something.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and just go
confirm.
double check.
Yeah.
Be right back. It's early.
It is. And there's a 3 bank from Captain Nim right there. He's going to rotate his arc over to the left, over to screen left, pilot right. That was a very, very aggressive maneuver, moving to block Lando. Although a bank, I believe, is still going to make him clear. Indeed, that Kimogila did, in fact, bump. No action from him. Very aggressive maneuver from Nim there. Here comes Lando with a 1 bank.
Ooh, hello.
Will not be blocked.
Hello there. Hey-oh, hey-oh. That's getting kind of close.
That's very close.
Oh, we don't want a game to end like that.
Oh, that's even worse.
We can't even see that edge. No.
Sounds like it is. It is all clear though by the skin of his teeth. Well done, Lando Calrissian. That was a blue maneuver, so do you think he's going to give himself or Han the action here? He's going to take it for himself.
Okay.
And then take the boost.
Yep. Arc dodge. I'm
not sure if that
it's gonna
does
fit.
quite arc dodge, but what it does do is block this Talon roll. So Nim now cannot Talon roll out of that position next round, and I think from this position he looks slightly off angle and might not be able to make a Talon roll to pilot right either. So even if that doesn't end up completely arc dodging Captain Nim, it's a great maneuver to limit his options for next round.
Well, this is where we were talking about. Is he gonna do the maneuver? Oh, he's doing the maneuver.
There he is. He's doing the 3.
I'm actually really surprised. He's gonna have to rotate his arc to get on the quad jumper, I believe.
Now his arc's still rotated side to side.
Oh yeah, he's got it. He's split right now.
Yeah, I think he's gonna stay there. I could definitely see a boost past the quad jumper's arc, although it looks like he's just gonna go ahead and stick himself right there.
I mean,
just put some damage
the
in.
quad jumper has only 2 hull left. You
sure
blow it up. We're getting reports that Imperial Aces just won the German System Open.
Congratulations to the Empire.
I was gonna say to the player, but
to the Empire for giving the player the tools.
Yeah, let us
Let's know what that list was.
Win
against 4K Wings.
Oh wait, all right. If you can get us the list and names, that'd be great.
All right, Han
here we
Solo
go.
now. Firing against the quad jumper, range 1. He's going to re-roll all of those. I saw hit, focus, blank, blank. He's going to re-roll them into the dice box.
All right, that seems good.
That's what he wants, and that is... that was into Captain Nim.
Oh, okay, okay.
Interesting choice of target switch, although I don't
hate
that.
Captain Nim is a...
I wonder what they're calling the judge over for. D-Yoon.
If
to be confused with Dion.
If Nim is in arc, it's very close.
Yes.
Yeah. D-Yoon, judge, at the table right now. We're gonna have to pull some tools.
Those extended, transparent.
Yeah, I would say that
rulers.
position is probably the worst when it comes to the camera setup.
Yep.
Yeah, beautiful, man.
In Hanover, Vader's Soontir Whisper. No arc is the call. So Vader's Soontir Whisper won the Hanover System Open against 4K.
So he
Wings.
does have the arc to the side, so let's go ahead and get that attack. It is going to be range 1 with a dorsal turret. Here comes 3 dice. Warming him up good. Here we go. 2 hits and a focus.
Yep.
He uses his action to rotate the arc.
Correct.
It's range 1.
It's 2 dice.
No range bonus.
Range 1.
So asking about the number of dice. Here we go. 1 die. That's
And
an
it
evade.
comes up evade.
Takes 1.
Lando firing at Nim, range 1.
That's going to be 4 dice with a focus and 2 hits and a focus. He's going to go ahead and spend it for 3. He's got 1. Falls out the box.
Evade
Got
again.
evade.
There it is.
Takes 2.
Takes 2.
All right, so that's going to be half points there on Nim. Range 2 obstructed with the bullseye. He has no tokens.
So let's take,
So
let's take a look at that.
Be an
actually
auto
above,
damage.
yeah, that is definitely obstructed. It was.
Yep.
I was curious as to whether that corner was peeking out from behind the rock. And with no green tokens,
That's gonna
Lando
be
will
auto
be taking
damage.
that extra damage.
So nothing there. It's going to be.
One
It's going to be
damage.
1.
Hey.
It's going to be 1. Yeah.
A damage is a damage is a damage.
So Lando has 1 hole, 1 shield left.
Whoa, 1 hole left.
I'm sure Dwayne would love that. That's not the case though. He's got a
Looking at
range
Art.
2 shot on Han. Probably.
Okay, so he does get that double tap arc off.
All right, here we go. Pew pew. 2 shots. It's gonna be 2 dice followed by another 2. Here we go. 1 hit.
Is he going to spend that lock?
I mean, Hans has a focus and re-rolls. You want to get 2 hits there, but I think
Right.
you wait it for the second one.
I think you do. He's not going to spend that. He's got 1 die.
He's got it.
Han will evade that.
All right, and now do it again.
Double tap with Veteran Turret Cutter.
All right, now you spend the lock.
Mm-hmm.
You do it on this one. He's
gonna
gonna
save
go
that
ahead
for
and
one
leave
hit.
it.
Han's going
Han gets to do it again. He's got
He
it.
gets the evade.
Jakku,
Gun Runner.
range 1. 3 dice with a focus. 3 dice coming in. And that's
With
going to
that
be 3.
focus.
You spend that focus right away. And it's going to be at least 2. You got the evade, so it's going to be 2 hits, 2 more shields down.
All right. So going into the next round here, as they set their dials, we've got all of those cool tokens coming off the table. Who makes those, Dion?
Well, this round is brought to you by Curled Paw Creatives. Use coupon code Denver19 for 20% off your order of $15 or more. You get your acrylic game token needs, guys. You got templates, you got tokens, anything to make your game look pretty and shiny. Go to
Mr. Big
Curled.
Acrylic himself
That's
is
right.
playing in the top 16 later today.
That's right. That's right. 2 of our 3 sponsors for this weekend actually made the cut.
You hear that? You hear that here. Sponsoring the Gold Squadron stream makes you better at X-Wing.
It's true. Listen, correlation is causation. Is what
exactly.
we're saying.
Exactly.
That's a joke, by the way. Okay, just in case. I'm sure somebody immediately right there turned it off. Like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
So we've probably got a bomb coming here, right? The seismic charge.
I would like to see it. I know sometimes again it's early. Does he remember that he has seismic charges?
I very much
I hope
so.
so. I hope
I mean,
so.
that's what 2 of his ships are kitted out to do is deal with some of those seismic charges. He is running out of time with Nim to be able to hold them if necessary.
Yep.
So I think now is the time, at least, to get that. Especially if he expects a maneuver from Han to maybe disengage towards the back towards the top left corner of that board.
ISOFan asks, so I pseudo sponsor the stream as well, right? Does that mean I can make a cut too? Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Where do you think that Captain Nim can go from here? Because he's a little bit trapped.
You
against the
have to
bottom side of
Talon
the
roll. You have to Talon roll this way. I think
Think
you
you
got
can
the
make that?
space. Yeah.
You got
oh,
the
yeah.
space?
As far as forward as possible, you should be all right.
Gotcha. The viewers stick around. Do we have giveaways after this round?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They should definitely stick around to the end of the game. We got giveaways.
He's opening the red box.
The red box.
The red box.
Let's see.
Not the red box outside of McDonald's, but the
Yep.
red box, the cooler red box.
We got some stuff. I mean, we didn't know we were gonna have a top 32, so I can't say that I planned something.
We got some
but
extras.
We can make something happen.
Absolutely.
All right. People saying that they really like the scum list. I mean, it's really cool to see a list like this out there.
Absolutely.
It's not a Drea swarm, which a lot of people probably would think.
Ken Johnson,
about.
by the way, that we had on stream yesterday, has gone 6-0.
Yeah.
With that Drea swarm, Drea Runthal and the 3 Lock Revenants.
Turns out 39 health that shoots twice.
It's
really
so
good. It's really good.
On medium base ships with a lot of board control. Scum has actually had a really good showing today. This is not the only Scum list in the top 16.
No.
Of course, we talked about Ken Johnson's. I saw somebody setting out a 4-Fang list on one of the tables, one of our upcoming top 16 players. So, as it turns out, when they have all of their tricks available to them, they're very solid. Just not hyperspace.
Oh, yeah.
Did the...
Things are going well here. We're waiting.
Okay, we're still seeing movement.
Yep. Just decide. This is a big turn. This is a big turn. I got to remember the quad jumper does have that backup maneuver to try to keep Han in arc. But if anything, just trying to close off some of these paths. Maybe that it's a 1 backwards, right?
I think he's got a 2 backwards and 1 banks.
Okay.
If I remember properly.
I think I might want the one bank backwards.
If you drop that, if you drop that bomb and want to set it off, do you exchange a damage on Han for a damage on the quad jumper?
Yes, because the quad jumper trying to do 1 damage, or sorry, like the Y-wing, for instance, try to do 1 damage. It's hard to get a single damage through. You take every one you can. Good morning.
There's our British friend.
Somebody here said, I thought this started 10 Mountain Time. Well, I did report a breaking news update yesterday on our Facebook page that we were starting at 8:30 a.m.
This was unexpected for us as well. We
were at dinner yesterday. Like, we're starting at 8:30. Wait, what?
Yep.
Okay.
I was 2/3 of the way into one of the biggest beers I've ever had in my life, and then suddenly, we're starting at 8:30. Pulled the second one off the table for me. So what else do we have in the field of the top 16 here? Did that Republic list make it in?
I honestly do not know.
If I had the Best Coast Pairings app, I could check.
You could.
But I don't. Let's find that.
So a couple people asking about in the chat. So sometimes abbreviations of cards get it's an auto bot thing. It's just sometimes it does weird things. So if you're using an abbreviation of something, a lot of times it'll get flagged just because the system's like, I don't know what this means. So just try another variation would be my suggestion if you're having issues there. All right, quad jumper has locked in. Looks like we're still waiting for Isaac's dials. I don't know if they're.
Yep.
All right, he's still pondering. This is a big turn.
It is.
This is a big turn. This could honestly be the one that really determines the swing of the game. .39 minutes left in this round. Again, we're going to be with you guys all the way through the final. This is a perfect opportunity to give a shout out to one of our other round sponsors, Modest Orange Gaming. You'll see them posted on our weight screen, but they have lots of cool ideas here that they're trying to develop, and specifically about larger storage. One of the things we're showing off here after our giveaways will be their conversion kit holder, assuming that we have enough time, of course, because these guys are probably going to jump into the top 16 pretty quickly. We'll go ahead and show that off.
I'm loading up some of the other top 16 lists.
So it looks like we have a Lando locked in.
Han following shortly, we hope. Jasper XR, we're not in top 32 technically.
Yeah, we are.
Top 18. It's a strange bubble match, but both of these players are, I mean, we're seeing a great game right here.
Somebody here in the chat saying some good food in Denver, Dion. Pizza Republic is all kinds of not bad. Well,
Pizza Republic is very good.
I'm on a diet, so I posted evidence.
Did eat a salad.
I ate a salad for dinner.
I can confirm.
Okay, I'm behaving. It's the first salad I've ever had while on the road. Okay.
I did not eat a salad. I had chicken and waffles, and it was delicious.
Yeah, I had a strawberry vinaigrette dressing for the first time. All right, looks like we're ready to go.
There is Han's dial.
My point was it was delicious.
Yes.
All right. System phase, drop of the bomb. All right, so priming that rock there. So that seems to be in range one of probably both of those. Yeah, he's gonna have choice there.
There's the one reverse from the quad jumper that Dion called right there.
Opening on that arc. Stress. I like it.
From the Y-wing.
He is taking up that room for Han. Now, here's the thing. If he can't capitalize on it, if he doesn't do damage on Han,
right,
Han has a straight shot just away from everything. So he's got to capitalize this turn.
Han could use inertial dampeners, but if Han does use inertial dampeners, he's actually pretty trapped right now.
Yeah, don't do that. Isaac, don't do that.
He would just want to go forward and bump
to
deny a shot at him, because here comes Tirani curling in. He is going all in on Han this round.
Yep. There's a lock there.
And there's a too hard turn.
Oh yeah, he would have had room for the Talon roll.
Oh,
honestly,
I'm still not convinced.
The edge of the template would have been there, but he would have been able to turn around for sure, because the Talon roll, you don't have to be all the way in, right? You just need the edge. I think
but you get far less forward maneuvering on the medium base with the side of that template than you do with a barrel roll.
It would have been fine. We'll never know. There's
Han.
I think he's going in all in on Han, Asa. What do you think?
I'm inclined to agree with you.
All right, here we go.
I agree with the Z95s, though. He's got a Z95 list.
So just in the chat, there's a couple people who have been asking about like requesting games. I don't take requests mostly because I never know what the people are going to say, yes or no, whether they want to play. So also, if I start taking requests, everybody requests. So it just gets chaos.
It's a slippery slope.
So the stance is we don't take requests. We'll get you guys a game.
Yeah.
We love you. All right. Lando thinking about his ability now that he's seen all of Dwayne's moves. He knows where everything is. Lando.
He is entirely safe.
I think you just target lock focus here, honestly.
I think so too. Just put some real damage in. His best target is Tyranni, although that Y-wing is pretty appetizing as well.
He might be honestly debating rotating the arc to
get
try to
Nim.
go at Nim.
That's not a bad idea because he could get the second mod, or he can use the second action to get the mod for that rotated arc.
So he's gonna
Attempt
go ahead
onto
attempt
boost.
boost. He's gonna get the stress no matter what. Oh well.
And that is a failed action, so Han will get the stress.
So he gets the stress.
So Lando just focusing right there. Han revealing that looks like the 3 turn to the left, and he's going to execute.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere there.
Although I think he might actually leapfrog that Y-wing and be bumped into the quad jumper.
I mean,
which is not
he'd
a bad
like to
position.
see that. He'd like to see that.
Just mark the ship.
Mark the ship.
Just mark the ship.
Guys, just mark the ship. Mark the ship. Jesus Christ.
And they are marking the ship.
I would hate for as they're trying to stabilize the Y-wing to go flying.
That's I mean that's just what happens. Oh, it looks like the conclusion is that Han does not skirt past the Y-wing.
Yeah.
They do have a judge in there helping them with the positioning.
Alrighty.
I am curious to see that from above because I'm pretty convinced that Han could fit in that gap.
I think he might have been able to fit. I mean, that's the determined. Ian was there as well.
Right. So that's the determination. So Captain Nim is going to spend his charge to not trigger the.
Now, one thing that I'm
charge.
glad that Isaac chose. I guess he couldn't have done inertial damage anyway. Never mind.
Because he was stressed.
He was stressed, but actually no, he could have, right? Because he would have been able to change it to. Relieving the stress by doing a white maneuver, or does it have a you cannot be stressed?
I'm pretty sure it has a if you are not stressed caveat.
Nope.
No,
No, he could have.
spend that shield.
He could have.
Yep. But again, I think the popping inertial dampeners there
It would have been bad.
Worse
right?
spot.
Exactly. Because some people are like, well, why didn't he just? Pop? Well, you're taking away a shot by the Y-wing.
Right. 2 shots. The Y-wing was set up to be some of the most damaging fire there.
Oh yeah.
Although I really do like the bomb positioning for next round here because we can see another seismic charge come right there.
Yep.
And Nim can trigger them both and blow 2 rocks in the same round. Pop some, open up that center of the board and give 2 damage to Han.
So it looks like he's going at Tyranni.
Interesting that he doesn't just try to hit that gun runner and take a gun off the board. 3
3
hits,
hits.
keeping that. 3 hits.
And honestly, I think Dwayne's fine with that. Please spit your fire. Please spit your fire. You can have these shields. And Han has no mods here, so he's just besides the reroll. Range 2. This is with the dorsal turret. Only 2 dice,
1 crit.
He's gonna spend
that target lock.
and that's 1 crit.
He's
There's
going to spend
Kanan.
Kanan's force.
Has that available.
For 1 evade. Lando. Probably firing your Tirani range 1.
Yep.
Looks like range 1 obstructed to me.
Oh, yeah.
And the players agree. 5 dice from range 1 and trick shot.
Ooh, no lock. That feels bad.
That really does.
Dwayne looking for an evade. He would love to get out of that. Well, still gets one.
Unfortunately does not. That is a great out for Tirani there. Wow. All right, now Tirani's shot is going to come in. Tirani's got him range 1 bullseye.
Yep. We got to remember. We got to this lock. The lock needs to go. Just got to remember that.
Yep. There it is.
There it is. Okay. Cool.
You have a direct telepathic connection to these players.
I do. That was me trying to connect, by the way. That's what that sound was. Dwayne going through his abilities.
Double checking.
Double checking here from Ian. All right, that seems
range
good.
1, take that lock. For 3 hits.
3 hits, and he's going to be getting at least 3.
We got 1 evade on the table. He takes 2 hits, and then 1 from the bullseye damage.
All right, there it is. For the
Take 2 hits, and
Yep.
then 1 more for bullseye. Han now down to 7 hull. Measuring arc for the Y-Wing out of arc, Jakku Gunrunner.
There we go. 2 hits.
2 hits, 2 hits.
Over average. Takes 1.
Evade, 1 more hull on Han.
That's half points.
Yes,
Isaac
it
up
is.
53 to 45.
Dwayne up.
Dwayne, sorry.
Dwizek.
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 I wonder if we're going to get any number reds today. I'm kind of excited.
All right. And next round, we go back to dials.
Now, one of the things we do got to talk about is
R2-D2 just spent there. We'll roll the die, nothing, flips face up.
so it's 1 shield, keeps it so that inertial dampeners is up. Dwayne has been splitting fire, but I honestly think that it's been the right choice.
It's been the intelligent splitting of fire,
right? Because it's one of those where it's the target of opportunity, right?
Right.
And if you get rid of Han in this game, he's really he's your end game piece. Like Lando on his own is really good, but you have a much better chance of killing Lando than you do of Han.
Right,
you
with
need
just 1 or 2 ships left on the board.
And in the early game, he didn't have access to Han. So you take the shots at Lando while you can, and then you switch when you have to.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. Han here also sort of presenting himself in a way that makes him a solid target.
Yep.
Versus Lando is now going to be skirting up the edge of that board. Not a really great one to chase.
You know, what are your thoughts on inertial dampeners this turn?
You know, I mean, this is the strong thing about inertial dampeners is it depends entirely on where Dwayne's ships end up.
Well, this might be one of those situations because Dwayne must move forward, right?
Right.
He has no other way. You got Nim, I guess, so that's going to be 1 shot. The quad jumper is going to probably bump. Let's go to the top here.
I mean, the quad jumper could just do 1 straight, or
straight
a 1
would have a shot.
Bank. That way, I like the 1 bank because it blocks a short maneuver there and it gets some arc onto Lando. Tirani is the one that I'm most confused about because that Y-Wing's going to K-turn, right?
Yeah.
That Y-Wing's got to drop a bomb 4K. Tirani is the interesting piece right here because he doesn't have a K-turn open right now, and that Himogila does not have Talon rolls or S loops.
Yeah.
So he's the one that's in sort of a tough position right now, and I think what we're going to see him do is just try to turn as tight as he can, move his arc just a little bit, bump this round, maybe not get a shot. So
maybe is the 4 forward maybe the move for Han? Is that what you dial in?
I mean, if he thinks that rock is going to be gone and he thinks that he can tank, you know, one damage from that, which he can, then just getting out up towards the center of that board. But the last thing that he wants to do is be sitting on that rock. So if he sees the seismic charge go off, then that's the trade-off with seismic charges is that the center, or that you open up that area of the board once that rock goes away.
People who are just tuning in, it says top 32. We actually don't have 32 people playing. It's actually only 4 people currently playing to get into the top 16. But it's much easier just to say it's the round of 32 where the other 20-something people don't exist.
They have a bye.
Yeah. That's essentially what it is.
Or they already lost. 24 minutes left in the round. Isaac there, a great R2-D2 has put him back below threshold.
Yep.
Half points on Han, erasing Dwayne's lead.
No. R2. At the other table we have, or had, Andrew Bunn versus Sean Farley, I believe is his name. I know the last name Farley for sure. And it looks like they're still actively playing. Obviously, we're not anywhere close to that, so we don't know. If we have somebody walk by, we'll maybe bother to ask them to take a peek. So Dwayne looks like he's trying to make the decision on Tirani. But Dwayne's got to try to keep this match moving. He needs every second he can get.
And Isaac there making decisions for Han. Lando seems fairly locked in. He doesn't have a lot of options, and the options that he does have are all very solid.
And remind you guys that the seismic charge was held by Captain Nim. All right, there we go.
All right, dials are down. There's the systems phase bomb drop.
All right. So he has the possibility here of getting 2 rocks off of the board, getting rid of Han's abilities in the area he's about to be in, which can be huge, and potential 2 damage if Han lands on that rock.
If Han Lando's on that rock.
Yeah.
What? A too hard turn from the quad jumper, right in sort of into that maelstrom. Not going to clear the stress. I'm looking for a block opportunity if Han does decide to go forward, or if he bypasses him, then there's a very solid.
So this is a perfect opportunity to do the side-to-side method. If you've ever done it,
absolutely.
This is exactly it. If you haven't, unless you think it's going to bump, but it's not. He's by the bomb.
Yep.
Yeah.
Retaining that stress. Ian Hamm moving that right back on top of the bomb.
There was a gap there. Ian Hamp, the Marshal.
Too hard turn from the Y-Wing. I was expecting a K-turn, but...
I was as well.
They're
going to go ahead and mark Han out of the way. Or have Ian do it.
If Ian does the unmarked one,
then
Ian can do what he wants.
That's right. I'm the Marshal. I'll do what I want.
Somebody in chat has pointed this out. We do have the potential for 2 seismic charges to go off and kill the quad jumper, which would trigger Dead Man's Switch.
3 damage.
So
there's 3 bombs. Like, listen, I am a bomb.
Depending on where that on where Han lands, we have the opportunity to control the bombs a lot with Captain Nim. Marking the Y-Wing, and he is going to attempt the 4K.
That's the reason. Oh, that's going to fit,
there
baby.
There it is. That's a clear.
There you go. So we were wondering how is he going to...
That is a more important 4K,
yes,
I think, than the
absolutely.
Y-Wing.
Getting those 3 dice to bear, for sure. Great play there by Dwayne. I really like that. Really like that.
See,
very strong.
The players always have a plan that the streamers don't know about, and then we just look like idiots.
Well, it's right. There's so many different permutations.
Stress on that chemo.
Chewbacca 40. Hello, good morning. It was nice to see you.
Sounds like there might have been a
bump.
Him readjusting. Han.
This matters depending on what the maneuver is.
Right.
That exact angle.
It's a good thing that they ended up leaving those maneuvers in from last turn so they could realign them.
They never pulled that debris off for that first seismic. They never pulled the debris for that first seismic when they did it.
No bombs have gone off.
Yeah.
Round before.
Captain Nim.
Captain Nim held it.
Sorry.
All right, here goes Captain Nim.
3-bank, keeping that dorsal turret faced in towards the center of the board. I like this maneuver from Captain Nim. If Han does decide to disengage to the left.
He's got lots of options, and he has the arc pointed to the inside as well.
Exactly. Going to reacquire his target lock on Han.
All right, what is Lando and the Scoundrel gonna do?
Lando moving first. A one bank.
Keeping blues and trying to stay as close as possible to make sure you have shots. Like, makes sense.
And range to Han to pass off that extra action.
Yeah, the 2 blue is 2 banks are blue on the Falcon.
He's just taking that target lock focus. Learning from that unfortunate roll last round.
Yeah. Just had to take all the mods. That's the safest thing to do.
What was the attendance for the event yesterday? We have a question in the chat. Full up, 160 players at capacity.
Oh.
Han will reattempt the 3 hard turn, this time to the right.
There we go. So with Kanan, he's going to be able to get rid of that stress if he wants to.
No boost available to him, though, because Lando is in the way.
Right.
So if you are Captain Nim here, do you trigger both of those bombs to get the second damage from that dead man's switch? Let's look at that from above, because I'm curious as to whether the Gunrunner has arc. And
Yes, I think yes.
I'm not so sure about that. It's
I
close.
mean, yes, as in yes, you let the dead man switch to its
yes.
thing. I mean, it's going to have to happen anyway because one of the bombs need to go off.
Right.
So you blow up that rock.
Might as well just let both of them go off.
Yeah.
I really like that Han maneuver. That was well played by Isaac. He was seeing this giant maelstrom up towards the top or the center and the left of the board there, but instead turning right to maintain his abilities from this rock.
Yep.
And also juke Nim. Now Nim is.
Yep. So he's going to go ahead and pop that. So that's going to give Han a damage.
And the Jakku Gunrunner.
So Han lost a shield. Jakku takes the damage. He holds the other one. I kind of wish he would have just let it go.
Me too.
I know that you want to hold on to that gun, but he doesn't have a shot, and the Lando's right there. I mean, he's probably not going to shoot him
because he's got his lockdown on the Y-wing. So.
Yeah. But you can't kill the Y-wing this turn.
No, but you can kill the Gunrunner.
Right.
Get a gun off the board. They're leaving the bomb under there, so they don't have to mark the ship until next turn. That looks like Han's shot onto the Y-wing.
Yep, range 1.
Going to go ahead and
he has a focus.
Keep that focus for Tyrannies.
Yep, he's just doing hit crit.
I mean that's a solid idea. You've got good. There's a focus. So hit crit comes in onto the Y-wing.
There's going to be 3 shields there.
I think that's a good idea. He's preventing Tyranny from doing that second extra damage. Nim's dorsal turret is now out of range.
Right, because it's running range 2. All right, here we go. This seems to be range 2 through the debris is what I heard called. This is the Y-wing, I believe.
Firing at the Y-wing,
no,
I think. Lando firing
at the Y-wing, excuse me.
Yep. Range 2 obstructed, so trick shot will trigger.
2
target.
He's got a lock.
There it is. He's going to go ahead and
focus for hit crit. Run evade takes 2. Hit crit.
That doesn't help. Is that a weapons failure?
We'll find out. Let's take a second.
It looks like a weapons failure. Calling Ian Hemp over, see if Han's got bullseye.
Yep.
Call is yes.
So that ability will be going off, either losing the focus or the damage, depending on what Isaac chooses. Range 3 shot, 3 dice. No mods on this one. 2. Better than average, right?
Han
He's
will
going
be
to
able
use
to
Han,
reroll.
yep. All right, takes one.
Takes one.
Getting another damage into that hole is important because
Very
now
important.
the R2-D2 doesn't bring him above half anymore.
Correct. And then Tarani will strip that focus off. Y-Wing now, checking
Y-Wing.
arc, seeing if he's got double on Han. I don't think so, but he can take that shot on Lando and then again on Han.
Yep. Just looking at that arc from Han. Yep, that would have been just out. Primary weapon.
It is a weapons failure.
It is a weapons failure.
We got one die coming
Confirmed.
in. It's a hit.
Got it.
Lando's fine.
Veteran turret gunner. It's going to Han, range 1.
For 2.
It is pointed to the side.
Han will be able to re-roll.
And
now
that's gonna
without
be
a
2
focus,
dice.
there's 2 hits.
All right.
Measuring arc from the Jakku gun runner.
All right, that seems to be in. Here we go.
Oh,
3
they're having
dice.
Ian Hemp double check that. It is very close.
It's important to note the judge always gets the final say, and he is the marshal, so.
He
All
has
right,
the plastic of the
that
base
is
in. That
in
is
arc.
in.
Here we go. 3 dice, no modifiers. Trying to uppercut here.
Can the quad jumper put the kill in? Not
one.
quite.
Han's
One
going to get
hit.
2 chances to get this. Nope, takes another
Ooh, takes
damage.
one more. Okay.
Down to 2 hole there.
So we have a swing in this game right now. Han now within striking distance of any of Dwayne's ships. R2-D2 now will trigger.
Yep. Now here, this is risky. He does have to do the rolling.
That
All
looks
right,
like a focus to me.
Eyeball, yeah.
Yeah. They're letting that one stand. It was an eyeball, so no card flipped up. Grabbing those templates out from underneath the ships. Yeah, Han now within striking distance of any of these ships. A very unfortunate weapons failure for Dwayne, though. With that said, if I were Dwayne, I would be a little bit worried about Han trying to come. Oh, well, if Han trying to come down towards the bottom side of the board around the debris field there, and with the weapons failure on the Y-Wing, having to cross that debris field anyways, I might just send it forward and try to block a maneuver like that.
Seems like our touch controls went a little weird.
There we go. So
ahead.
anyway, seeing
Yep.
Han, I might be worried about a maneuver down in this direction.
Yeah.
Trying to skirt down around the other
Well, I
side
think
and sending the Y-Wing to head that off as long as he has to go through the debris field anyway.
Yeah.
And is essentially, with that weapons failure, can't do meaningful damage right now.
Yep.
He's in a good position to try to block.
Yeah, Tarani Cold is probably your biggest weapon right now.
Right.
You want to bring that to bear. Probably. I mean, a one or two forward isn't a bad idea, to be completely honest. Just to keep that arc as wide as possible, because if Han
Absolutely.
somehow does fit like a 3 hard this way, you're going to
And here's
force
the
him
other
to
thing,
boost
too.
or something like that.
This quad jumper, keeping it alive, has actually proven to be really smart for him because he can one bank,
Yep.
tractor, and now Han doesn't have any defense dice to defend
There
against
you go.
whatever Tirani's arc throws forward.
All right, little quad jumper that could? Question mark.
And don't forget that Han still does have that shield, so let's
Yeah.
put that back up.
Yep.
Han still does have that shield available, so he could inertial dampener, although, once again, especially if that quad jumper one banks, I think that's a bad idea. With Tirani being where he is, that quad jumper being where he is.
Sorry about the announcements here. Key forwards getting going.
9 minutes left in the round. We are getting right down to the end of this. Isaac right now is in the lead
He is.
by just 20 or so points, though. So Dwayne does have to kill Han. That's his win condition right now.
Oh yeah, big time. So another important thing to note, you can see that Isaac's pretty locked in with Han. Is the Lando dial down? He's having issues with the Lando now. I know for me personally, when I play, I always put all my dials on at the same time. I never put down one dial at a time. It's a little bit of like strategies. Like, I don't want you to know which one I'm struggling with.
Right. I mean, like, I know my...
You're right.
I'll put the dials down one at a time. That's hard. Yeah, I tend to know what I'm doing or,
Right.
or make my decisions at the same time.
Yeah. All right, looks like dials are down. Let's. Oh.
Or not. Spoke too soon.
You broke my transition, Dwayne.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're ready to go. I think we're waiting for both players just to agree that they are all set. Recharge that Kanan. This is a big turn. We should be able to get at least 2 more turns in.
$655 people watching this morning.
You're
Thank
all
you
beautiful.
very much.
Now,
Every single one of you.
every single one. Now, yesterday, I don't know if anybody left us yesterday. They abandoned us in our hour of need when our internet was failing. But we should be good today. Knock on wood. We have a wired internet connection. Here we
Yes,
go.
we do.
Jakku Gunrunner.
A
3 bank.
Not going for the tractor on Han then, which I find interesting.
Well, he would have had to do a 2 bank, right? Isn't
Well,
it?
one bank.
Are 1 banks blue on the quad jumper?
That's a good question.
I kind of
doubt it, actually.
My soul is saying no. Yeah,
You're
it's
correct.
a 2 bank, so it wasn't even
So
an
he
option.
wasn't getting that anyway, so.
Yeah. Paul Stryker 359 saying, I stayed all day, all through round 5. I fell asleep at 2:30 a.m. local.
Thank you.
Champion. You are a champion.
Absolutely. There's just the 3 straight from the Y-Wing, indeed heading off a lengthy right turn from Han. He will have to take that stress, but he has R4 Astromech to be able to clear that next turn very easily.
Yep. No damage on the roll. There's a stress. Okay, going 2 bank. That's going to go ahead and relieve the stress and place Tirani's arc in, pointing in this direction and hoping that Han is going up towards the top of the board.
Right.
I kind of want him to barrel roll. I don't know. He doesn't have the
wanted to
space to the
try.
right.
Does that
moved them
Kimo
over.
have a linked action?
No, I don't believe so.
No.
They are pretty bare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you, Dion. I would have liked to see just a straight maneuver.
Yeah. Because now Han has all the space in this gap to just be like, I'm fine. If he does a bank or a hard turn, he's not going to be out of arc.
3 bank from Captain Nim. I think we'll probably see a rotation of that arc back forward in preparation for coming back into the fight.
Yep. Or he might just keep it on the inside if he's going to stay to the outside. We'll see.
He is,
Yeah,
in fact,
drop
just
the
taking that
focus.
focus.
Yeah, I don't know, Dwayne. If you watch this in the future, if that Tarani bank comes back, I think that might be the move.
Is there some suggestions in the chat? If Han's just done a 1 straight here,
Yeah.
beautiful maneuver.
Yeah.
1 bank from Lando. Is that going to get blocked by the quad jumper?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Yes. No. Yes. No.
It does hit. It does, in fact,
does
bump.
hit. So it does bump. No action. No Lando ability.
Right. All of the action efficiency in this, well, most of the action efficiency in this list, gone.
Yep. Now, it is
block.
important to note the dorsal turret is pointed this way on the Y-wing, so he will have a shot on Han almost no matter where Han goes.
With weapons failure.
Oh, I forgot about the weapons failure. Yes. You know what?
Is
One die is a die,
unfortunate.
okay?
That's true. If you can get even 1 damage in, a damage is a damage is a damage. Han is taking a 1 bank to the right. Looks like he might hit that Y-wing, but he is out of Tarani's arc.
And he's going to have a shot on Tarani.
Yeah. That's what I was afraid of with a banking maneuver.
Yeah, a lot of times with your arc, you want to try to keep 50-50 positions if you can, where it's like, hey, if you go left or right, I have a chance to at least clip you.
With a 1 straight right there and the arc facing this way, the bullseye would be right on
I think he would,
Han and blocked with no tokens right there. I mean, that's almost certainly a kill.
Yeah. And you know what, though? We've all played this game, and there's that one decision we make, right? That is just like, no. You go back and you say,
why have I done that?
Yeah. We'll see.
Because there are only 2 minutes left. Both of these players will have to play fast to get to get 1 more round, and Dwayne really needed the kill.
Yep. Clock awareness. We'll see how aware Dwayne is of the clock, because Dwayne is the one that needs to execute here. It's on him. You need to get those dials down ASAP to have a chance to get another round in after the one that's coming up.
Leave the templates, Dwayne. You don't have the time.
There's been a lot of back and forth in this game.
Absolutely.
Players are having a good time. They're in good spirits. Everybody's going home with acrylic, so I think they're pretty happy about that.
He is not going to explode that last seismic charge.
Yep. Now the quad jumper. All right, here we go. Range 2 shot.
He's going to keep that.
It's correct choice there.
It's
going to be a crit, though.
Disabled power regulator. Unlikely to matter. Lando firing into Tarani range 2.
Just a crit.
Remember, we did take one more hull down onto Ronnie, which does actually put Isaac at half points.
100, 253. Range 2. He took a lock on the Lando.
And there's the ion token from Disabled Power Regulator.
They need to get through these shots real quick.
They really do.
He needs one more turn. Oh my God! Roll the dice,
Roll
Dwayne.
the dice. You need one more turn.
Come on,
Be aware
guys.
of that clock.
All right,
there it is.
Spend the lock.
Spend that lock.
Spend the lock.
Spend the lock. Spend the lock.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
He did not. A 1 crit, 1 shield coming into
Hit
Lando. He did evade 1, so just 1 shield.
Just a shield.
Yep. He's not going to get that second round, is he?
I don't think so. Roll the 1 die. Hurry up. Don't shake it up too much.
1 die. Damage is a damage.
Takes a damage.
Now put the dial down.
Get a die. We're in planning. Nope. Oh, we'll see what the judge says.
I think that's
They
time.
called it.
They called it right there. Oh, good game.
Good game. Congratulations to Isaac going into the round of
Absolutely.
16. Whew. Now, this is, we're always talking about trying to become better players, right?
Right.
It's always about becoming better players. And I think, I think Dwayne really would have given himself a chance if he would have played a little bit faster.
Absolutely.
Now, as also to say that because especially there was that gap in the middle of the game.
Yep.
Now, players are entitled to think. Not saying
Absolutely.
that, not calling slow play on anything, but when you have that gap and you're behind, you got to realize, all right, we've ate up a bunch of clock. How can I make sure that I use the time that I have?
Right.
So trying to get through some of the like I know people like to shake their dice, stuff like that, but for me, like just throw
roll that
whatever's
die.
going to
Roll
happen is
them
going to happen.
bones.
Shaking it up like 10 more times is not going to give you a different result. Just roll it. Just
Yep.
roll. Just get it out, man. Because I would have loved to see Dwayne get one more turn. I would have
One more
loved
turn.
it.
See if he can pop Han.
Yeah.
Or just a one straightforward from Tirani there too. Would like to see that.
Just one.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This is round 1 of today. The bubble cut has just ended. Now we're going to be going right into top 16.
We're going right into
actual
top 16. Yeah, so we're actually not going to do any giveaways for this round, mostly because all the players are here, and I'm pretty sure they're going to want to jump straight into the top
right.
16.
We'll do double giveaways next round.
Doubles.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We
Probably about 10 minutes.
yeah, we're back in about 10 minutes.